Hello everyone, I'm your host Get Good Fox, and I'm going to be reading you patch notes for update 26 for State of Decay 2, known as the Homecoming Update. This is the new map, Trumbull Valley. If I sound a little weird, it's because I am sick. Unfortunately, just when the update dropped, I'm sick. So anyways, let's get through it. Welcome to Trumbull Valley. The Homecoming update brings the story of State of Decay back to where it all began, the idyllic community of Trumbull Valley. This map has appeared twice before in the game's history, but never before has it been this gorgeous, this detailed, and this full of places to search and loot to find. Here's a quick overview of what you'll discover in the Homecoming update. Read on for more details. New core map. Trumbull Valley joins the roster of towns that welcome your new or ongoing community. Yeah, originally this map was exclusive to the Heartland DLC. New missions. This map includes several new missions only available in Trumbull Valley. Some continue the story of familiar faces such as Ray Santos and Milky Wilkerson, while others introduce new storylines to the valley. That's interesting. So that might explain why characters like Isby and Chavez appeared in the trailer. New stuff. By exploring Trumbull Valley, you can discover 10 new weapons, a dozen new hats and outfits, and an exciting new thrown explosive, all of them unique to this map. That implies that you will only be able to loot them if you are on Trumbull Valley, but you should be able to bring them to another map as soon as you find them. New bases, from the tiny Checkpoint Delta starter base to the massive farmland compound, Trumbull Valley offers 6 new bases for you to claim and make your own. New bounties. The Trifecta Pack offers 12 new bounties to complete, themed as 3 collect-them-all sets of matching weapons and backpacks. Game improvements. You might think that a new map and a new bounty pack is enough for an update, but we've been busy with additional targeted improvements as well. We hope you enjoy the new content and improvements in this update. As always, thanks for playing State of Decay 2 from the Undead Labs development team. So, Trumbull Valley like never before. A smaller version of the Trumbull Valley map previously appeared in State of Decay 2 Heartland. Yeah, they say that because sections of the map were unavailable. The Homecoming update delivers a full-size version of Trumbull Valley for the core game, reintegrating Mount Tanner and Fairfield regions to the map. Longtime players can now explore every bit of the area as they remember from the first game, and they've been asking for this quite a bit in the wish list. As part of transforming Trumbull Valley into a core map, we also tweaked the landscapes and visuals in many places. This allowed us to add plenty of new sights to scavenge, new sights to behold. The Trumbull Valley saga continues here. The stories in Homecoming take place after State of Decay 2 Heartland and form a part of a three-part Trumbull saga, a story that began all the way back in the original State of Decay. By exploring the new Trumbull Valley, you can see how this region has evolved since the original game. The landscape shows the impact of key characters, factions, and events of the past 2 years of the apocalypse. Many familiar faces from prior chapters of this saga return in Homecoming, resulting in revival of old rivalries and the birth of new alliances. If you haven't yet played through the stories of State of Decay Year 1 Edition or State of Decay 2's Heartland, now is a great opportunity to brush up on the history of Trumbull Valley, but don't worry, you'll be able to keep up even if these stories aren't fresh in your memory. Now, that's a pretty good idea, I want to say, because State of Decay 2 Heartland, one of the things I thought was disappointing is that they really didn't go much into the lore of the original game. Like, you didn't really get to catch up with how even though the old characters were there, you didn't really get to hear how things had evolved since then. So this seems like they might be paving over that missing component. Unique discoverable content. Trumbull Valley is the first map to offer a wide variety of items that you can't find on any other map. To discover these weapons and outfits, you'll have to search the map, complete missions, and talk to the local survivors. The FAL, the ubiquitous rifle, is a network favorite handed down from survivor to survivor. The AKS-74U, once used by Soviet Special Forces, the weapon is durable, compact, and easy to use. The Scorpion 61, a fast-firing sidearm favored by many network operatives, and it was also part of the wish list. The SVD, a grizzled adaptable rifle useful in many scenarios. The APC-9RT, a modern submachine gun never fully deployed to the global forces of Red Talon. Oh, that's where the RT stands for Red Talon. The MCX Osprey RT, a robust modular weapon system intended for hard use in the field. The Souvenir Caveman Club, a perennial top seller at the Jurassic Junction gift shop. The Dino Jawblade, a lovingly crafted display piece that's dangerously lethal. Eli's Mighty Socket Wrench. The moment I read that, I'm like, is it going to be from Big Ass Wrench Company? And yes, Eli's Mighty Socket Wrench, another fine product from the Big Ass Wrench Company. Wilkerson Special Reserve, an explosive bottle of the Wilkerson's famous batch number 11. Mount Tanner Ranger Hat, brush up on your local lore before putting this one on. Trumbull County Sheriff Hat, a symbol of those who protected the valley's highways and byways. Pilot Hat, midnight black, worn by those who would slip the surly bonds of earth, but now mostly a fashion statement. 3 trucker hats for Jurassic Junction, Little Piggy Towing, and Fork in the Road Diner. 3 basic t-shirts, the Chili Chonga on a stick, the T-Rex Espresso, and Red Talon Security. 3 gas station jackets, Big Daddy Auto Repair, Wheel Lock Tires, and Bronto Gas. We've also populated the map with dozens of discoverable experiences that you can stumble across, from breathtaking vistas and viewpoints to quirky or even disturbing scenes left by former denizens of the valley. Some of these discoveries unlock commentary from your survivors, while others conceal useful gear. If you're the type of player who loves exploring every nook and cranny of the map, Trumbull Valley has plenty of surprises for you to find. I'm hoping they have, like something like the enigmatic axe. That was a pretty cool feature in Providence Ridge. 6 new bases. Trumbull Valley wouldn't be a core map without a plethora of new bases for your community to try. Checkpoint Delta is a small, easy-to-use starter base. It's located at a key central highway intersection, makes it a great jump-off point for scavenging runs. Tranquility Factory demonstrates the ingenuity of post-apocalyptic survivors, showing how to transform a soulless installation into a bastion of inner peace. The Pterodactyl that place stands as a spiritual successor to Heartland's Jurassic Junction base. Located in Spencer's Mill, this unique 2-level base demonstrates how survivors let nothing go to waste. So I'm assuming that the original Jurassic Junction is going to be not as good. It's going to be a downgrade. The Red Talon Daybreak FOB is an abandoned high-tech base that includes built-in advanced facilities normally only unlocked by playing the Daybreak mode. Wow, that sounds like it could be super strong. Fort Marshall is a fenced military base left behind after the Army completed their post-Heartland activities. In addition to valuable built-in facilities, it also offers great scavenging opportunities in the resource-rich town of Marshall. And then the Farmland Compound is a large collection of buildings near the middle of the map with a view of the surrounding fields. In the right hands, it can become a model of self-sufficiency. Visit Trumbull Valley today. You can explore Trumbull Valley and its secrets by starting a new community and choosing Trumbull Valley from the list of maps, or you can travel to one of the in-game exit points and relocate your existing community to Trumbull Valley. Either way, you'll get to see everything that Trumbull Valley has to offer. The Trifecta Pack. The Homecoming update also includes the game's 12th Bounty Pack, which features a dozen new items you can earn from the Bounty Broker. The Trifecta Pack is a little different from previous packs in that it includes 3 mini-themes of matching items. Each mini-theme includes a melee weapon, a primary firearm, and a sidearm, and an ultralight backpack that are beautifully color-coordinated, allowing your survivors to deck themselves out in glorious style. First one is Hard Candy. This brightly colored set includes the Sweet Spot Bat, the Mac 11 Jawbreaker, the M4 CQBR Mob Stopper, and the matching Hardy Candy Day Pack. Next is the Precious Metals. If you prefer your gear to be a bit more decorated, you can equip yourself with the Gilded Kukri, the Gold Fever Revolver, the Golden Honcho AK-47, and a Filigree Day Pack. That sounds like if you're a 1% kind of guy, maybe you go after that. The last one is the Race Guns. Perhaps you're more interested in pure speed. Try out the Armorer's Wrench, the Czech M8 pistol, the MPX Competition SMG, and the Competition Day Pack. Each of these 12 new items can be earned by completing the appropriate bounty from the bounty broker. Collect a coordinated set for each survivor or mix and match them to your heart's content. New achievements. We've added new achievements to the game to reward you for exploring the Homecoming update. Lily, we're home, 30 gamer score. Claim a base in the Trumbull Valley map. You're so fine, you blow my mind, 20 gamer score. Complete Mickey Wilkerson's story in Trumbull Valley. That brings the total gamer score available in State of K2 up to 2,400. Other fixes and improvements. We've also implemented a wide range of targeted improvements and bug fixes to various parts of the game. Enhanced ammo stacks. We've rebalanced the size of ammunition, the stack sizes for all ammunition in the game, raising most of them by 25 to 100%. The new stack sizes are 80 for the Pyro Launcher, which that's all like the Pyro Launcher already had a healthy stack size at 40 rounds, but so now it's like twice as good. 64 for Clio ammo, 60 for 22 caliber ammo, 40 for 5.56, 7.62, 9mm, the 3.57 hollow point rounds, 44 caliber Magnum hollow point rounds, 45 caliber, 12 gauge shells, and light bolts. That would be the arrows, and then 20 stack size increase for 50 caliber rounds and standard bolts. I could have swore standard bolts already had a stack size of 20. And then 40mm grenades and the Starshank are up to 4. Like, that seems like a very good quality of life change. One of the reasons for that is because, if you're using rifle ammo, you would just want to use something like the Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage because it had a magazine capacity of 150. And since you could originally only stack it up to 30, it was basically like you could save so much inventory just by cramming all the ammo into the Eternal Guard. The Assault skill and the Warfighting skill now offer a 25% bonus to ammunition stack sizes as soon as you specialize. The bonus increases to 50% at 7 stars. That is a useful skill for Assault. I don't think it'll save it from being a not great skill, but it's something at least. So an Assault Specialist or a Red Talon Warfighter can carry 90 rounds of 22 caliber for their fake A47 in a single stack, saving 2 inventory slots. Thanks for putting this on the wish list. Note that this skill benefit does not apply during Daybreak, though the baseline stack sizes do. Combat. We fixed a bug that caused awkward hitches and pauses between melee weapon swings if you hammered the button fast enough. Melee weapons, especially heavy weapons, are no longer as sensitive to players accidentally queuing multiple attacks while button mashing. Finishing moves against zombies can now be prompted and triggered mid-attack, making them much more available in the heat of combat. Characters who have specialized their fighting skill now default to using one of the faster finisher animations if they are surrounded by multiple zombies, so experienced fighters no longer get stuck on the ground, slowly crushing a zombie's head while simultaneously getting mobbed by the zombie's friends. So, that seems like a really, really good improvement right there, because the blunt skill or striking, it's a great skill. It's just that because you have no control over the executions, you wind up using at any moment a really slow execution, and it's so slow that compared to the fast execution is the golf club swing. You could execute 3, maybe 4 zombies in a row before the zombies would get back up with that execution, whereas you would never be able to do that with the head squishing attack. So that's a really, really big, I think that is a massive improvement to striking, to the point that striking might be the second best melee skill now, just under close combat, in terms of like, lethal zone endgame kind of weapon choices. But we'll have to see. The rolling dodge unlocked with acrobatics no longer automatically replaces the regular dodge. Now you can choose to trigger it by holding the turbo button and pressing left bumper plus B or left shift plus C on the middle mouse. This was released a while ago, but we didn't include it in the patch notes. Healing from a bandage is no longer interrupted by common getting around actions like hopping a fence or opening a door, getting a car, climbing a ladder. Combat actions will still interrupt it though. What about running? That's the one that always gets me. The Assault Plague Art radio command no longer ends abruptly if there are no zombies present when the Enclave arrives. Enemies, Plague Art's gas attack now does a reasonable amount of plague damage to survivors scaled by the difficulty level, so definitely keep your distance. Yeah, even on Lethal Zone. I mean, the Plague Art's gas attack, it was unpleasant. Like, you weren't thrilled, but you also were kind of like, not that big of a deal. Hordes now perform an additional check as they spawn to get out of the way of moving players and ensure they don't spawn on top of your car. At higher difficulty levels, this means we've closed out one, hopefully final source of surprise road bloaters. You now earn 50 influence for each 100 zombie kills rather than 5 influence for every 10 zombie kills. The payout is the same, but you get it in larger, more meaningful chunks. Screamers now shatter nearby windows when they howl for other zombies. This has no effect on the gameplay, but it looks neat. Even though, like, shattering windows would probably make a noise, it wouldn't matter because in terms of the way sound mechanics work, what matters is the loudest noise rather than repeating noise, unless the repeating noises are occurring over, like, the course of, like, a minute. Vehicle. Survivors now leave the headlights on when they get out of a vehicle, making it much easier to explore at night if you plan things right. Each player can only have one vehicle doing this at a time, so if you switch vehicles, your previous vehicle goes dark. That is from the wish list. It's a start. Like, I'm sure the game will still be painfully dark, but, like, I am eager to see how that works, because I just find playing at night to be very unenjoyable simply because there's no benefits, there's no upsides to playing at night, and it's just super dark and unenjoyable. Vehicles with plows attached to the front now have more engine health than other vehicles, making them capable of running down zombies in head-on collisions before they explode. Followers now work their way into the passenger seat when they get into a vehicle with you, rather than sitting in the back like they're your chauffeur, or that you're their chauffeur. Followers now get out of vehicles at the same time you do, rather than politely waiting for you to get out all the way first. Missions. The Warlord Weapons for All mission now offers more pragmatic rather than psychotic dialogue options. No, it just offers more. So I guess you guys can keep your psychotic dialogue options and lets you end the interaction peacefully without having to drive all the way home. The weapons dealer's inventory is also much better. The Builder. Useful utilities now recognize the wind farm as a valid source of power and doesn't try to make you double up on generators. The Military Enclave, an offer to join mission now, unblocks the Learn About Survivors dialogue option so you can tell what you're getting into with these people. The Booze Enclave, an offer to join mission, no longer auto-recruits when you reload the game, foisting the survivors that you probably did not want, given how they behaved during their other missions. The teaser mission to escort a stranger to Trumbull Valley now ends with them fading out gracefully at the end, at the map exit. The Strength of Our Base mission no longer breaks if you jump the gun and pick up the materials too early. By popular request, the Independence Pack no longer generates random missions and traders. If you want Independence gear, you can still call Independence Trader over the radio. Oh, that's so good. I hate it so much when a random trader appears, and then it's like, oh man, it's like celebrate the 4th of July, and I'm just like, no, I want to celebrate like ammo or like building materials. Oh, come on. Wait, there we go. User experience. The exclamation point badge on the How to Play menu is no longer visible for every new community you start. This is the most important and exciting fix we have ever made. We fixed an issue on the map screen that caused some sites to not highlight the icons for the plague art that had claimed them. Multiplayer clients no longer see all outposts labeled with negative number. The map flyout for outposts now correctly shows their upgrade level instead of always showing level 1. Swapping weapons while within interaction range of a character no longer kicks off dialogue with that character. In-world mission markers no longer blink on and off for missions that have timers like sieges. Community management. The cooked for the squad red talon trait no longer reduces infection resistance for the entire community, only for the disgusting individual with the trait. The beds in the lounge facility now count for characters who get morale boosts from sleeping outdoors. Exploits. You can no longer build up unlimited materials by cycling the map difficulty repeatedly while living at the Firewatch Fortress. You can no longer cheese Clio relay sieges by driving away from base. How, though? Like, is the game still going to, like, simulate combat when you drive away? It's like, I'm actually curious to see how that works. They also didn't mention regular sieges don't work that way, so, like, I don't know. That's something I'll have to test. Miscellaneous. We fixed 2 bounties in the open range pack that were inadvertently offering 0 influence for repeated completions. And lastly, we made numerous minor fixes to user interface, environment art, collisions, weapon grips, and performance. So there you go. That is the entire full detail length of the Update 26 patch notes for State of Decay 2. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you think that this is a great update on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you give it? Where 1 is like super awful and you would wipe your butt with this update, and 10 is like, if I could pay money for it, I would pay money for it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Once again, apologies if I sound a little weird because I'm kind of tired and sick, but I think we got through it. Anyways, like the video if it was informative, subscribe for future State of Decay 2 homecoming content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.